everyone!
Hey!
I'm Ruth Ann.
I'm Chris.
And we are GeekChic Promotions, and this is the Weekend Rage or Nerd Rage, where
Yay.
we like to get very passionate and rage about the things that we love to rage about.
Yes.
And today is going to be in a very aggressive, I have a feeling, because I have so many emotions.
And I would love to rage about other things like, traffic, but that's our other live stream called Road Rage, not Nerd Rage.
Not Road Nerd.
I'm just kidding. That's not a thing, guys.
Chris is just busting out the puns today.
It's because I've been away for a couple
It's
weeks.
true. We missed you.
I know.
I missed you so much.
And I was really counting on, our lovely audience to help you out last week, and you guys failed. You failed.
Well, to be fair,
She was like talking to herself.
Which
My
I
poor
do
girl,
usually.
I know she's pretty to look at, but shit, guys. Help her out.
I guess we didn't want to spoil Alita too much. So once everybody sees it, maybe we'll try again to talk about
she's
it.
making excuses for you.
Well, more importantly, let's have a drink. Hey, Eric, good to see you, buddy. All right, well, cheers, all of you.
Cheers.
We are having a peachy whiskey drink.
Peach whiskey, yeah. It's the same ones that do the apple crisp one that we have
we've
in the
done
fall.
that. We do that in the
I
fall.
decided to get the peach this time, and it was incredibly
very
sweet.
So we had to add some stuff.
Yeah.
Cheers to you and to you guys.
You.
To Nerd Rage. You know what? We'll keep that safe. I'll put it
Yeah.
over here. All right, let me share this around so we can try to get as many of you folks to join and talk about Ghostbusters.
The new Ghostbusters movie.
The new Ghostbusters.
The one apparently all the fans have been asking for? Anyway.
Anyways, let me share this and
Yes,
then we'll just get right into
Share
it.
away.
Well, actually, Chris, why don't you, while I'm sharing this, tell everybody kind of what was said, because we know that there's been a lot of promotion on the new one, but something specific was said that we're gonna really get into right now.
Yeah, you guys know this. It's been on your feeds. Like, if you're in any part of entertainment, you know it's been said.
Yeah, it's true.
Jason Reitman, who is the son of Ivan Reitman, who was the original director of the Ghostbusters movie, apparently has been handed the reins by Sony to do the new Ghostbusters movie, and whilst being interviewed, made the statement that he was rebooting it to take place in the world of the original 3 Ghostbusters movies, and he was handing it back to the fans, clearly indicating that he thought that the last one that had come out with the lovely ladies was subpar and not worthy of being in the universe. So, and here, there's a lot of things. A lot of things that have been discussed offline.
Even Eric goes, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Now, we
let's preface all this.
Let's preface all this. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say.
And let me tell you that the original Ghostbusters movie ranks in my top 3 all-time favorite movies.
Yes.
In my life.
Yes.
All right. I know that word. I know that movie word for word. By heart. Like, I literally could recite the whole thing because I love that movie so much. Second one, not even that bad either. Also like the second one. Third,
love the second one.
Dog shit. But let me also say that the newest one, and I can't remember what the subtitle was for the one with the ladies.
Nah, I don't remember what
I don't remember
Yeah, but this. The
regardless,
the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, right?
Is it 2016?
Oh, no, 2018? 2018.
2017? I don't know. The most recent one. Anyway, that one I also liked. Not as much as the original first ones, but I still liked it. Like, I didn't think it was horrifyingly bad. And by the way, disclaimer, I am not one to be like, oh, reboots, yay. Fucking hate reboots.
Don't like reboots.
Don't like reboots.
Agreed.
Yeah, and especially don't like reboots that like just basically switch out people and are just like, oh, let's make them females or let's make them, diverse. Like, I like
in general
just
do not like those.
Just save it. Like we don't need that. We need new movies with female leads and diverse casts. That's what we need. We need more Black Panthers.
Ding! Yes.
Okay? But however, also being on the side of the industry we're on, we also know it's incredibly hard to get an original movie greenlit these days.
Yes.
And most people, sadly, most directors, most writers are forced to just freaking do reboots and sequels so they can get their movie made. And so I get that. So all that disclaimed.
And right from my side as well, Ghostbusters, I adore the first two movies. I just rewatched recently, actually, like a month or two ago. I love those movies. I love them. And when I heard about the remake with it wasn't even ever called a remake or a reboot. I think it was just like...
It was called a reboot, but it had the blessing of like Bill Murray, and it had the blessing of Dan Aykroyd, and like everybody made cameos in it because they were so supportive of it. And honestly, man, those are like hysterical females. Like, good Lord, you couldn't have picked a higher, like a top tier of female comedians
and
right now.
It wasn't, the problem with the movie wasn't it being women.
No.
For the only problem I really had with the movie, it was way too much improv. Other than that, like, because you can feel that energy that, like, that they were having such a great time on set. They're like, oh, this is so funny. Like, just keep going. Just keep riffing. And then when you edit together, it's like the audience is, like, out. They're not in the joke. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very inside joke. So, but... I did love that movie. I remember seeing that in theaters and cracking up.
The whole way through
it was so much fun. And like Chris Hemsworth was so funny.
Oh, he was.
But the thing that was just such a turnoff of everything around that movie, right? Because everybody was freaking out. It was like, oh, it's girls and da da da, or this ruined this series for me.
And also, but on that other side of that coin of like this ruined it for me, it's like it also introduced a whole new generation of little girls to Ghostbusters. You know, I'm sorry, but it did, and they loved it.
And me.
They loved it.
And also, I loved it, because, like, I'm still the little girl inside of me. Love seeing any female, like, leads and
It's been so long.
It's been so long.
It's been so long,
and it
guys.
just gets me really excited, because, like, I grew up wanting to be a Ghostbuster. It's cool seeing Lady Ghostbusters, you know?
And I think it was really, it was a good opportunity, you know, for this remake in particular, to be something more, like, you know, for it to expand the universe and be like, you know, hey, so there's this one universe where you've got Egon and you've got Dr. Venkman, and then there's this other universe.
Yeah, it was just like a fun,
I
kind of think of it more, instead of a reboot, I thought of it more as like kind of like a little spinoff. Like, it's just like its own little thing, and it's fun, and it's whatever.
Alternate reality, what have you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, if you guys have watched us and talked to us about movies, you know that we are not the type that are like, as long as there's a female lead, it's a great movie. Because we both, you know, we liked the first Wonder Woman a lot. It was still the best DC movie.
It was.
Great. You know, like, I'll admit, it's not like I'm obsessed with that movie because it was really good.
Plenty of movies with female leads have been dog crap.
Yeah. And we can admit that. So we're definitely not one of those, like...
And it's a bummer when it happens, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Well, now we're set back another 10 years before we get another female lead.
God damn it.
Shit.
However, I think Jason Reitman, though, here's what angers me about that whole thing.
You go first.
Not
I like that
that
nobody's
I know, no one's like chatting or anything. They're just watching finally.
Like, that's getting really mad.
No, is that, first of all, okay, when we talk about, like, okay, nobody really asked for the reboot, you know, with the women. Well, I'm sorry, but nobody asked for this one either. Okay, number one. That's my number one. Okay, I didn't see any fans clamoring to take us back to that world.
Well, you know, honestly,
okay?
they might. I kind of feel like they did after the other one came out. It was like, we just want all the originals back.
Yeah, they're old and some of them are dead. It's not gonna happen.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
I mean, it's happening. It's
Right?
already, they're filming it.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be the same.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's just not, guys. It's not. You're never gonna get it. It's Star Wars all over again, you guys.
Okay.
You're gonna be unhappy. It's just... Oh,
right here is the comparison I want to make, because the whole thing of like it ruined the original movie. Okay. As most of you know, there is very few things I hate more than the Star Wars prequels and Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. There are few movies I hate more than those movies. Now, I just delete them. They just don't count. Like, I just don't.
In my brain, never made.
It's the same way with this, what is, I can't remember what it's called. That's how much I was like, and it's gone. The one Star Trek series, Enterprise. That does not count for me. It's just not there. Like, yes, that's still pretty insulting, but I'm not that type of person who's just like, you ruined it!
Just ruins everything for the rest of your life.
Oh, I can't, no! It's just like, and the same thing with, The Last Jedi. Like, that movie... I didn't love it.
Mediocre, guys.
Yeah, and I was like,
who cares?
All right, moving on. Like,
so,
I still have my favorites.
You can be angry that you wasted your 15 or 17 or 20 bucks that you spent on seeing it. Like, you can be angry about that, but honestly, that's your choice to go there.
And honestly, don't be angry until you spend that money and see the movie.
Right? Like,
don't sit at home and be like, I don't like it. This is just ruining my childhood. Like,
ruin your childhood? Really? Your childhood's already gone. Like, how can it be ruined when it's done? Like, you're an adult for crying out loud. And also, that's another thing. Okay, so Jason Reitman who apparently is trying to appeal to people in their 40s because honestly, it has to be 30s and 40s.
Yeah,
because if he's giving it back to the fans, those are the ones who saw it in their childhood, right? So it's basically people our age that he's handing it back to, okay? So clearly he's not interested in new audience members, okay?
Yeah, clearly he doesn't really know how, like, the movie industry works.
Right? So it's like, okay, you're banking on, like, us old nerds. Fine.
Which, I'll spend my money on it.
Yeah, we will, but that shouldn't be your only goal. Like,
Yeah.
especially if it's a PG. That shouldn't be your only goal. Oh, no, I'm banking on us taking our kids to go see it as well. Because, you know, that's what we're doing at a PG movie.
But here's what really pisses me off about what he said.
Well, I didn't even get to that
Okay,
part
why
yet.
don't you
Holy
go?
Shit.
You go.
I've been prefacing everything.
All right.
So what gets to me is just not that blind fact, but also, like, I'm sorry, but who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Okay, you're the son of the dude who made it, and that dude hasn't done anything in, like, decades. And you did, like, fucking what? Juno? Up in the Air? Okay, indie hipster movies? What makes you think you can do Ghostbusters?
There's nothing more delicious than when Chris really gets into it. It makes me so
All
happy.
right.
Now, like, what pisses me off is, like, okay, the statement in and of itself is kind of okay, because he's just like, hey, I want the fans to really like this.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I
But
didn't
the
take
way-
it in a sexist way, by the way,
Yeah.
when I said it.
Well, so
but
for
it's
me,
coming off
but-
that way. Yeah.
For me, it's just like I feel like we finally just got over all of that drama from the last Ghostbusters movie and just like let it to rest, let it go. And then he had to fucking stir the pot again,
Yeah.
and say that. And I'm just like, it's just
He's like, hey, everybody, throw your sport behind me because I know what you really
Yeah.
want. And I want to be like, you don't know what I want!
You don't know me. You don't know what I like. Don't presume,
Yeah.
sir.
You don't speak for me.
You don't speak for me.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, but like, yeah, it
And
just,
also, by the way, like, who's it? Kevin Feige, who directed the female one? Mm-hmm. Is it Kevin Feige? I'm not sure right now at this point.
all of
Whoever
our
it was,
devices.
I know, all of our
Take
devices.
note right now.
I could probably look it up, but I'm not gonna. I know that
Those type of last names, which is like, I don't know, you know, we don't.
he actually released a statement of support for Jason Reitman, which I did not think too highly of. I was like, dude, like, stand firm.
Yeah.
Stand your ground. You made a great movie. Don't be like, oh,
But
man.
what's so sad is I was getting really excited about Ghostbusters, the new movie.
Yeah.
But like to have him be snarky like that,
Yeah.
just kind of made
It's
me
like
like,
a bad taste.
like you
Paul
could have
Feig?
just let it
Was
go.
it Paul? I didn't think it was Paul. I thought it was. Okay.
All right, well,
Sorry.
he would
Anyway,
definitely know.
yes, he would know. He would know.
Hello, Victor. So we'll catch up on comments. So Gary said, I think the nostalgia us old fans is Sony's new best try and find a viable franchise. They took a big gamble in the 2016, it was 2016, and it didn't find an audience. So I get wanting to hit the established base of hardcore fans. We also we get that.
We are those fans.
Yeah, we are those fans. Like,
He's turned us off.
Again, like, it's a good idea. Like, I'm super stoked about it. But it was just being super snarky in that comment, and it just, look, we have to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Like, we could have just let it go and just been excited about the
Can't
new
you
Ghostbusters
just,
movie.
just move ahead, do your thing, and let the movie speak for itself. Do you gotta fucking trash something else in
Right.
order to, like, do your thing?
And
Is that, like,
and I'm sure people will come
on.
at us being like, well, you're reading too much into it. And it's like,
really?
you know that's exactly what he meant.
All over the internet right
Yeah,
now.
that's
Literally,
exactly what he
if
meant.
you type in Jason Reitman,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters,
When I
that's
was-
all that comes up.
When I was doing the hashtags for our posts, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's like legit.
what up?
Peeps be upset about this.
Oh, okay. So, he's right. So you were thinking of Kevin Feige from Marvel. Not
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Paul, yes.
You were correct. Yes.
well
Okay,
played,
that's why.
sir.
Yes.
Well played. But yeah, it's. I don't want to be this angry about Ghostbusters. I'm so
because I
excited about
love it.
Ghostbusters.
I have a
And I-
t-shirt. Oh, I didn't wear my
Oh,
t-shirt.
you wear a t-shirt. I happen to. This is unfortunately, the only Ghostbusters thing I have, which I actually adore.
Which, like, I don't have anything Ghostbusters, and I'm the biggest fan that ever was born. So, like, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine.
fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, I just, I would like to say that although I'm still going to watch the movie, I will go see it. 'Cause
yeah,
gonna
I'm still
go see
excited
it,
about the movie. It just.
But I'm going in there with an attitude of, like, this guy better fucking bring the goods.
Oh yeah. Oh
He
yeah. If you're
better
gonna try
put
to
his money
step
where his
it up,
mouth-
like it's for us.
Yeah.
Like now we know.
Right? Now,
I'm
also,
probably just gonna be mad for a week, and then I'll just be really excited.
Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig are, like, national treasures.
They're national treasures.
Try it out loud. Don't be trashing
Oh, I
on
love them so much.
Ugh.
Um.
Okay.
I think there's some. So Gary says that there's some Reitman burn after 2016. They cut Ivan out on that one, so maybe there's some defensive kid syndrome.
Okay.
I can see that.
All right.
Yeah. So Brandon, you nailed it. That's a Ghostbusters Karate Kid little mashup figurine, which is so ridiculous.
Oh God, it is. He's doing the crane.
Yeah, he's doing the crane. I don't know why this was put together. It was from Loot Crate, and I adore it.
I totally just got it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I'm glad somebody else recognized that. It's like literally she brought it in front of my face and I didn't even see it. That's all right.
Whiskey.
That's fine. Peach whiskey.
Peach whiskey. But yeah, I don't.
So in terms of like this new Ghostbusters movie, there has not been a lot released about it. So we don't even know. All we know is that there's been some teenagers cast, I believe.
Yeah, and supposedly it's going to have a lot to do with the video game that came out a few years ago.
Oh.
Because that was supposed to be the next movie, but like
Gotcha.
everybody's
Does
really
anybody
old.
remember the third Ghostbusters movie?
I honestly, when you mentioned it, I was like,
Was there a third?
I don't think there was a third Ghostbusters movie, Chris. I think there was just 1 and 2.
Maybe I just wanted to make it a trilogy.
Well, there was
in my
also
brain.
there was the cartoon show.
I remember that. I watched that.
Yes, with Slimer.
Yep,
And
I
then we
remember
had the High C Slimer juice or whatever it was
Yep,
called. You
yep.
remember that?
Oh yeah.
Little bus juice.
Absolutely. It was
Plasm.
ectoplasm. Yeah.
Yep.
And Gatorade had
Oh, Gatorade did?
green.
Yeah?
Gatorade that was called ecto.
I just remember the juice boxes because like when like my family growing up we didn't do like sodas or like anything like that, so we didn't have much junk food, and I was like I need to have the ectoplasm though. Okay, like it was like a treat for me.
It was
like
Ghostbusters everything for a while.
Oh yeah.
Like it was. There's something like in the back of my brain that like I'm trying to remember from Ghostbusters and I can't, and I wonder if that's the third one. Okay, let's
Okay,
just
wait, so Sony was
the
saying-
game was 3. Okay, all right, yeah, Gary's right. It was the
Okay.
game that was supposed to be the third one. It never.
Paul
Okay.
Feig deserves that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Brendan, you're right. Like he hasn't done much, so we'll see. I don't know. Sorry, we're just like now we're catching up on content.
Yeah.
Do we have anything from?
Nope.
Oh, our poor. I
We
just
have one
realized that
person watching on.
yeah. Hey, YouTube. Sorry, it looks like we're a little jumpy, which is weird.
Yeah, it's been that way the whole time.
Really?
He's still watching.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's fine.
thank you for still watching.
Yeah.
We appreciate you and all that you are.
Ecto Cooler.
Ecto-Cooler, I
That's
see.
what it was. Yeah.
Brandon, you demand
And
it,
also,
like naming it.
Well, as much as I loved Ghostbusters, do you remember? Okay, creepiness that was Aykroyd getting molested by a ghost.
Oh, wait, no, guys. So I rewatched it,
Did you?
and it's a dream. He's dreaming it.
Yeah.
And it because like I legit remembered a ghost going down on him,
Oh,
like
God,
in
no.
real life.
That
And I was like,
she just
what?
she unbuckles it.
Oh yeah, she unbuckles it, and then he makes the face. So
Yes,
I think
like,
that's
yeah.
what she's
yeah,
doing.
he like leans. His
He's
head
leaned back, and then
makes
and
the
then
face.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then he like falls out of bed, and that's
Yeah.
because like legit until I rewatched it this time, I legit thought that was like actually happening, not a
It
dream.
is like the worst scene, by the way.
It's
Like
so-
that scene is like, oh, that should have been cut.
But what's
like,
I kind of like is it makes it very like it keeps it adult even though the rest of the movie is so kiddish.
I guess,
Kind
it's
of,
just
sort
weird.
of. I don't know. I
It's
kind
just weird.
I'm on board. So Chris and I years ago, God, how many years ago was that now? Like 5-ish years ago.
Yeah,
we
4 or
did
5, I think, at this point.
for Halloween. We did an LA Race LA. Is that what it was called?
Race LA
did like
scavenger hunt for
Halloween. Yeah, and so we had a whole group of us, and we did Ghostbusters, but we did it in a theme of something and down. What was that called? Because our buddy Phil was dressed up.
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah,
yeah. So we were all Ghostbusters, and I was
You were Sigourney Weaver.
and you were
I was Annie Potts.
Annie Potts. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was, and we won for best costume.
We won.
I'll see if I can find the photo and
I
post
was
it in the comments.
just talking about this the other day though because I was in Hollywood and like grabbed scavenger hunt items
Yeah.
that were like on our list, and then we had to be the first team back. And
Do you remember when we were on?
yes. So we're in Hollywood and Highland, and
Like,
we're running
we're on the
around
stars,
like the
like,
Stars
yeah,
Hall of Fame. All
yeah.
this. And, like, we have like 3 Ghostbusters. We've got me, we've got Ruth Ann, like her wild hair and her red
Yeah, and
flowy
the- and
dress.
the crazy
yeah,
makeup,
the crazy
you know?
makeup that she had. And legit, there was a group of Japanese tourists
that
were there.
chased us down.
That chased
and
us.
taking pictures. Like
They had their huge iPads.
I know that one woman who was just like
She was like chasing
I-
after
and I was
Ruth
like-
Ann with an iPad. Like,
I was like, I
this
swear
is
I'm not famous. Like I'm just
Yeah,
dressed up.
it
Like
was
it's not a part of Hollywood.
hilarious.
That
It was so funny. I will never forget that. It was just
And then there was like a point that we had to wrap each other, or wrap one of us in toilet paper. Do you remember that? Like we had to
remember that
mummify
part.
one person
Who
and
was
then
it?
take a picture. Who did we mummify? It
I
wasn't
don't remember.
us.
It wasn't us. I don't remember.
We'll see. But
All-
yes, we love Ghostbusters. Let's just put it that way. Let me catch up on some of these. A simple favor is good.
Oh, we do have. Oh, hey, YouTube.
Oh, hey, you
Hello,
two.
ladies. Hello, Zerulean Gaming.
Oh, what's up? How you
Energy
doing?
2 is amazing. Thank you.
Wait, was it?
The sequence wasn't originally a dream. It was shot as a scene at a haunted fort. It got cut, and that part ended up in the montage.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay. Well,
I'm kind of fine with it
also,
because
like, Dan Aykroyd kind of went off the deep end after that. Like, didn't he, like, go down the whole, like, I believe in aliens thing and, like...
who didn't?
Right?
Like, all of those
I mean, not that I don't believe in aliens, but, like, he went hardcore.
You know what I miss about, like, I miss so many things about 80s and 90s movies and TV shows, but, like, Ghostbusters is a really good example of it. Like, even that thing you're talking about that you're like, I don't like it, I wish it was just edited out.
Yeah.
What I like about it is that there's still, like, in all those 80s and 90s, like, movies, because they're just kind of throwing stuff together, there's still, like, some messy kind of dirty, both figuratively and, like, like sexual jokes that are, like, were fit in, and, like, it still felt very adult, but as a kid watching you, like, it was still, like, fun. You know what I mean? Like, now everything has to be so clean and pristine, and, like, because there's so much money involved, and there's so many different producers, and this, that, the other. Like, if this was just, like, if he could actually do it, but I don't trust that this director could do it, is just do, like, an old school, like, because the thing about Ghostbusters is that even though, like, I'm not calling it sloppy. Let's just be frank about that, because obviously it was a very well-written, like, take-by-take, like, thing. But you still had kind of that rawness, and I don't know if it's just, like, the film industry back then or what.
Well, I also think because it was directed by Egon. I'm blanking on his name right now. And he was such a good director. I mean... He had classics now, like one right after the other at that time period, where he just basically let the comedians just do what they do best, you know, like Caddyshack and Stripes, and, like, and all that.
But they were still scripted,
right? They were still scripted.
So that's and I was actually talking to Cam Race about this the other day when we were doing our photo shoot. We were talking about Ghostbusters, and the problem that my biggest problem with the 2016 one is because it's improv, it just kind of, you know what I mean, like a well scripted, written,
right. Sometimes that's what you need.
That's what you need.
Honestly.
I feel like obviously improv is fun, like here and there. Like little splashes of improv really give a movie life. But like, I'm kind of old school when it comes to that. I'm like, script your shit out. Comedy is very hard. Like that's why there's no.
Harold Ramis.
What?
Thank you. Harold Ramis is.
Oh yes.
I was
Thank you.
blanking on his name. Yeah. And he's and then we have Junior from I'm from Brazil.
Oh hey Brazil, what's up?
I'll be in Brazil next week.
That's right. Actually,
Sao Paulo.
Let's take a little. Well, you know what? Let's catch up on some of the comments, and then let's talk about what you're going to be up to and why we're going to have to pre-record some stuff.
Right.
As you can tell, Gary's a very big fan of all these movies.
Yeah, the script was set in the year 3000 with flying cars. Yeah, I remember that.
Oof,
that was,
What? Oh, yes, that's also
right.
true.
Well,
Gary brings up the fact, let's question why Venkman brought a heavy sedative to a date in the original.
Yep, Sigourney Weaver. Because he knew she was possessed. Remember when, like...
Oh, yeah.
Just, like, on the piano.
Yeah.
They hate that.
They hate that.
Every line in that movie I love.
And, like, and also the thing that didn't work in the 2016 is everybody was Venkman. Everybody was weird and goofy and all that stuff. And you need you always need that juxtaposition of, like, straight man and, like, you know, goofball. But, yeah. What did you read over there?
I was reading that Cerulean Gaming says, I got your back ladies 110%. And then Junior says, what are your expectations for the Avengers movie? And then Shavin Ross says, comedy is difficult, dad jokes don't work. Yes. Although,
I mean,
a good dad joke.
You're literally talking to the most dad joking people of all time.
We send each other dad jokes.
Like, legit, that's all. My whole phone is I'm just saving dad jokes and memes and GIFs for her to be like, I know she's having a bad day. Beep, beep, beep.
Anyway.
Well, so Brandon was saying that comedy ain't hard if you want to go dark. Now, I disagree slightly on that because
comedy is hard. It's the hardest.
Comedy is hard, and going dark doesn't necessarily mean you're funny.
Right.
I remember because the whole cringe humor thing happened while I was in New York City working at a comedy club. And if you don't know cringe humor, it's basically Sarah Silverman and I'm trying to think. Daniel Tosh also at that time period, but he was very good at it. Because it's just like, I'm not going to...
At the time, I remember that.
Yeah. Because, just saying like filthy things or dirty things or like awful things, especially just like a cute girl, because that was a big thing for a while.
Yep.
Just like, it's not good writing, in my opinion.
So anyway, so here's what's happening. We have to pre-tape the next two shows because this coming weekend, well, you guys, I'm all over the place.
Yes.
So Monday, I go to Houston, and I come back Wednesday, and then Friday, I leave for West Palm Beach, which is Comic-Con Revolution, West Palm Beach. So I'll be there.
Any Floridians that are watching, definitely go check it out.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to go, but
she won't be there.
One of my favorite shows. I had such a great time last year. You must go.
And then I get back on Monday, and then Wednesday I leave for Sao Paulo, Brazil, and we are doing the Summoners War meetup out there. So
Brazil.
If you are a fan of the Summoners War mobile game,
or if you want to come and say hi
there's
to
like
this one.
there's
See her
like
in real life.
300 people that are showing up. I don't know if you'll get in, but yeah, it should be fun. It should be a real fun time. So that's why we're going to pre-tape the next couple episodes of these, so that we then don't have to do it on our own. So.
I'm still not very connected to the world. I like talking about, like, I like things. Alita was a good movie. What do you guys think?
Just
no?
pretend I'm sitting here and just talk to like nobody.
just have like
a
a
little stand-in. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, that like pretty much does it for us, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
For a quick nerd rave, because we always like to end the show with a nerd rave.
Positive
I just finished Umbrella Company.
Ah, yes.
Chris has not watched it yet, so we're not going to
watched
discuss it
one episode
on
so
the
far.
show yet. Maybe we'll fit in a Tuesday if she's not able to catch up on it. But it's so good. And I just want to say
I cannot speak Brazilian. I can't speak Portuguese. No. I'm going with a person who does.
Yes.
Thankfully.
So she will have a translator.
Yes.
Done. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. You will see us next week and the week after, but we'll still be posting crazy stuff. I'll try to do some sort of live stream with you guys at some point, so we can still stay live and chatting with you guys.
Yeah.
But it's always fun. So
wait. Somebody had a question about Captain Marvel, which, by the way, okay, so I'm going to be in Brazil for Captain Marvel. But Renan's totally going to go see it. And she promised me she'd come see it with me again when I got back home.
I will.
So that I could see it with like other people and not by myself.
I will probably see that a million times.
Yes.
I probably will. As many times as I can. Oh yes, Umbrella Academy. Thank you, Brandon. I think it's a company.
Oh yes, Umbrella Company.
No, Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah,
Umbrella Company is from.
It's a bar we go to.
Is a bar we go to. Isn't it also in the Resident Evil? Isn't that the whole? It's
Umbrella
the
Company is also that, but the Melrose
umbrellas.
Umbrella Company is definitely a whiskey bar that we frequent over here in LA.
It's close. It's close by.
Yes.
So. Just saying. All right, we went a little bit over, but we love you guys.
Okay.
And we will see you soon. Keep on nerding and keep on raging.
Yes. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Wait, no, I did it wrong. It's off.